Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to talk about Chainlink, but before that I'm going to teach you some technical analysis stuff. You see, in MACD or maybe in RSI, it's not really that important. Whenever you see a low followed by a higher low, meaning we have something like this between our EMAs, and at the same time on the live chart you see a low followed by a lower low, you can argue that this is a bullish divergence indicating bears are running out of power in this phase and we can have a move on the upside. Now, generally, this pattern can be considered as an optimistic sign, but there are also some more conditions in here. For example, whenever you see a low and then you see EMAs going up and reaching, I would say, close to the neutral area, and then we have a high low, that could be a much more valid divergence. And also the moment that you see in this phase a buy signal between EMAs, at that point you can actually count on this bullish divergence with a bit more confidence. So this is important. And why do I say that? Because in daily time frame, what do we have in Chainlink? Okay, let's just say this one. There we go. This is a low followed by a lower low, but in MACD we are having a low, and then in EMAs we went very much close to the neutral area and we got another higher low. So we are having in here on daily time frame in Chainlink a beautiful bullish divergence indicating, again, bears are running out of power, and this divergence I would say kind of got confirmed when right in here we got a buy signal between our EMAs. So this is, from my point of view, a good sign suggesting bulls are going to soon take charge in Chainlink. Question is, can we argue this is our final low? The answer so far is yes, and I am seeing in the short term some optimistic signs. Let's just do this. There we go. So we talked about this subject also in the previous video. I said, in my opinion, we can consider the possibility of having an A, B, C in form of an expanded flat to about this low, indicating this move down is actually over and we need to see soon a relatively strong move on the upside, and we are actually getting that move. Now, if we are bullish and the final low in Chainlink is already in, then okay, we can say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up, possibly in form of a wedge, or you can actually ignore this overlapping of the waves and say overall this is just a normal 5 wave into a wave 1, ABC flat into wave 2, and then we are having a decent move up into wave 3 and 4 and 5, and right now we should have our eyes on this important pattern. What we want to see in Chainlink is a continuation of this move up and then corrective movement, and followed by that another move on the upside in order to be bullish with a lot more confidence. Now, this is the key. Pay attention. If we see this move up continuing just a little bit more, and then from these areas we get a relatively strong rejection without having a whole lot of overlapping of the waves between our pullbacks, and this is the key in that move. If we take this important low about, let's just hide everything, as you can see, $11.9. Okay, at that point, I think we should be considering the possibility of also having in here, instead of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just a simple A, B, C structure, indicating from here our move down is going to continue, and in it we're going to take the lowest low about, let's say, $10. So as long as we're not getting a strong move down and take this low, I think we can remain optimistic, and the fact that in daily time frame we are having a beautiful bullish divergence can be considered as another bullish sign indicating the final low is already in. It's just the fact that in the short term we need to see a solid 5 wave up in order to be much more bullish than we are already. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Chainlink's price chart. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.